This is training June 7th, Friday max out day. We had Neiman Wickline here with us. She lifter I coach in Texas who comes up to train with us every once in a while. So it ended up being a pretty good Friday training session. Neiman insisted on lifting on James' platform, so they had to trade. They had to go back and forth all day.
She trying to get a little of that James magic off her?
I suppose, something. I think that's 100. Matt actually, he had a really good day on Wednesday, and then not so good on Friday. But that's pretty much how it goes. You're not gonna have a great day every time you walk in the gym.
Those are nice pants.
I don't know what to say to that, Don.
Don't say much.
He's very proud of those pants.
Well, he's a proud man.
I think that Mike Graber actually bought those for Tom. Don't ask me why.
Tribute to MC Hammer, maybe something like that. I'm not sure.
I'm not really sure.
This is right.
I'm surprised Graber didn't buy him some sort of a wrestling gear or something. You know, when Mike Graber was down here training with us, and I got Don McCauley with me, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't know Mike was down here. Was he there yesterday? Because I might not have noticed him.
You might not have noticed him. You overlooked him.
Yeah, could have been.
But
was he the short guy with Zella?
No.
Okay. I thought somebody else.
No, but he wanted to wrestle everybody when he was here. I don't understand that. I mean, he practically attacked Mike Zella.
That's a mistake.
Well, it probably would be, but I don't know what his
fire hydrant.
I don't know what his deal was. We had a good time with him.
Yeah, Matt's a lot better when he keeps the pressure off his arms. He seems to bring his arms in a lot. He didn't there. It was a pretty good lift.
Oh, he has a terrible tendency to arm tuck.
Yeah.
Unlike some lifters who actually make that slight arm bend work.
Yeah, he does.
He bends his arms, and then as the bar gets up to his hip, he straightens them and then pulls, and so it just costs him, velocity on the bar.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work for him.
No. Travis looking pretty quick. I know this is lightweight, but he just looks like his hips are okay.
Travis had that great day on Wednesday, and
he had a big week last week, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He snatched 150 or more every single practice.
Wow. That's really good.
Yeah, he's never done that before. I think he snatched, I say every practice, every afternoon, heavy afternoon practice.
Yeah.
I think he snatched 150 6 times in 2 weeks. That's pretty consistent.
That's by far the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, he snatched 150 when he came into training feeling great, and he snatched 150 when he came into training, feeling bad and not sure he could lift well. So,
That's good for him, too. A little bit. Mike's still having a little trouble getting that bar to come in every time. Every once in a while he comes straight off the floor and it leaves it a bit in front. But boy, he can.
Well, I think the problem, and I don't know what you think about this, but I think the problem is he doesn't get set correctly every time.
I agree with that.
And when he gets set really well, he looks great. And when he doesn't quite get his hips in the right position, the bar, it just doesn't go to the right place.
We were talking about that yesterday, and I also noticed something I hadn't noticed before, but he had one hand, his right hand, he had turned forward or cocked at the wrist a little bit, and the other one straight down, and I think he plays with the bar a little bit. He rolls the bar sometimes on the floor or something, but I noticed his right hand was cocked up, so we made sure he was straight, so he could, nice adjustment.
There's a tightrope.
That's a nice adjustment.
I hadn't noticed Mike doing that.
I didn't
pretty
notice
much
it.
just
I've seen him a lot.
Keyed in on the hips.
Yep.
But
yeah. No, I hadn't noticed it till yesterday. Just sort of saw it. But his pull is getting better again because
she needs to stay over the bar a little better on that.
She needs to. Yeah, she's a tallish girl for her weight, and she's maturing, so that's another thing. And she needs to get the bar a little closer as she comes off the floor.
It seems like girls more than guys even, they go through that growth spurt.
Yeah.
Where their height changes dramatically within 6 months.
Yeah.
And I went through that with Sammy Nichols too. I'm sure you remember her.
Yeah.
She made the youth world team a few years back.
Yeah.
Her technique really got not going to say suspect because it was never bad, but it just was not consistent through, you know, a year or two of like explosive, you know, where she went from like 5 foot to 5'8" in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, she just couldn't keep things consistent. I mean, her lifts kept going up, but she definitely needed to stop growing to get things back, you know, as consistent as she was when she was younger.
Yeah. Yeah, Neiman looks like she's just going through that right now, you know, just growing, and that changes your levers so fast. Yeah, he's got that little arm wiggle right in the middle that does hurt him a lot.
I mean, the two things, if you could, that wasn't too bad of a jerk.
No, not bad.
The two things that, I mean, he really needs to, you know, Matt really needs to fix just to take that step to, you know, become a good lifter is that he doesn't just consistently pull on the bar. He speeds up, then he slows down, then he speeds up, you know, and he doesn't just make a nice smooth acceleration of the bar from the floor up.
No,
There's always, you know, he brings it to his knees fast, then he slows down, and then he goes, or he, you know, something.
It's like he's thinking about doing the readjustment.
I keep
and it
telling
slows
him,
him down.
you know, the time for that is with really light weights.
Yeah.
And once you get some weight in the bar, you just have to pull and trust that it goes right. You can't overthink it with near PR weights on the
And
bar.
that's another thing, and that's something that a lot of lifters do, is they think way too much when they're on the platform. And you gotta not, it's, you know, by then it's better be close to reflex.
Wait, Tom almost steps off the back of that platform every other lift. And I've mentioned it to him numerous times. I think he must think we're operating on like 20-foot platforms or something. Because he has 9 feet in front of him.
Yeah, I know, he starts in the back half.
Well, then he steps
and then
back.
he steps back.
And so he's practically off the back of the platform. And then, if his heel went down, it'd come down on nothing. There's nothing there under it.
It's a good teaching method.
See that little arm jerk there on the pole again.
Yeah. He does it almost every time. A lot of times he ends up with his arms soft at the top, and I think he gets too shoulder arm conscious, and that kills you as a lifter when you're trying to jerk.
I think it hurts you worse than a snatch.
Yeah, sure it does.
If you're pulling with bent arms,
Oh.
you're prone to receive on bent arms.
Yeah, and you know, it's just death. You don't have any time to do anything.
Let's see if Tom goes to the... Yep,
And
there he
step
goes,
back,
steps
yeah,
back.
yeah. I guess it's better than running forward. You know, but
Until one time his heel comes down on
yeah,
nothing.
that won't be good. Yeah, that won't be good. Let's see. Yeah.
I think we watched Travis's 150 snatch without commenting on it.
I know it. Yeah, I saw that go by and saw him celebrating it, and well, I got a feeling from what you're telling me that 150 was kind of common last week.
The last 2 weeks, it's happened regularly.
Yeah, I mean, he's just lifting well. He's just
Yeah.
lifting very open, and his arms are flying up, and you know that's a good sign. It's somebody that's fresh, basically.
There went his little twist though. See him? He twisted counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise, yeah.
Thought I'd throw you with that one.
I don't know what the hell.
But he does
get to
that.
the
He
last
does that. It probably hurts him more on the snatch, but so you see just a little bit that time. I think on the clean and jerk for that matter, he does it a little bit, but he adjusts for it, and it doesn't really hurt him. It's just one of those little things. But in the snatch, sometimes.
And again, there's Matt, and his arms are soft at the top. Yeah, and they shouldn't be because he drives the bar well.
I know that he doesn't have. That's a nice little lift.
That's not bad.
I know that he doesn't have to do that because every once in a while he'll get a fire in his ass and not do it for 3 lifts.
I've been up here before when he's had real good technical days.
Yeah.
He's getting the bar behind his head on those jerks, which is a real good sign for Travis.
Yeah.
He's just, like I say, he's lifting very, what I call free or open. It means he's fresh. And Tom wants to step off the back of that platform badly. How much was that? Fairly good.
75 maybe.
75, something like that. Yeah, a little right arm toughness there.
Hung out at the top of the pole on that one quite a bit.
Yeah.
He's getting there. You know, Matt hasn't been really coached or anything until he got here, and he had
And that's
a fair amount of bad habits. and enough muscle to make medium weights just purely.
Yeah. And it's tough.
You know.
And he's not a short guy, and you got to fix the problems, and they take a while. It's that relearning process is.
That was
tough.
that was 96.
96. Oh, I didn't know he did 96.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Well, that's close to his PR.
He's ready for it.
Yeah. I mean, when people, you always know when somebody's ready to. That wasn't very good.
No.
You always know when somebody's ready to improve when weights that are just a couple percent points below their maxes they're making like routinely.
Yeah. They
You don't even realize it's 196 on the bar.
No, I expected you to say that was 185 or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Because that's the way he used to handle about 185. Now that's jumped up another 7-10 kilos.
I tell you what, Brian
Has got a short waist.
he's a short torso lifter, but I really have high hopes for him. He just moves with the bar well. He goes under well. He's very naturally transitions from pulling to going under the bar.
Yeah.
He does the kind of things well that are hard to coach.
Yeah.
Some mistakes you look at people and they're doing it, and it's an easy fix. I mean, you can say, okay,
Yeah.
this is what you're doing. This is what you should be doing. Change it. It doesn't mean they'll accomplish it in one workout, but it's something that you can fix as a coach.
Not hard.
Yeah, if an athlete just doesn't have that something in their nervous system that allows them to move well and move under the bar quickly, and that's hard to coach. That's hard to correct.
It's hard to correct. It's a rhythm thing, and rhythm is extremely important in this sport. We talked about it before, and I think a lot of people overlook how important it is. And James Tatum being the prime example of a guy that just doesn't waste a second.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was a pretty good practice. We had a lot of good lifting. $200 was on the line for that practice, and Mike Zello won.
Mike Zello won.
It was basically a competition to see how close you could get to your max. Oh. And Zello walked away with a couple $100.
Not bad.
Pretty decent amount of work done.
So there's organized gambling going on.
There's
up there at MDUSA.
yeah, exactly. Organized
Good.
gambling.
Good.
It's like horse races. Exactly like horse races. Anyway, that was Friday's practice. That capped off a week of a lot of PRs and a lot of good lifting. And we're now a couple weeks out from competitions, and that was probably our last really hard high volume week. And so, nice way to end the week with a nice practice.